Feeling lost can feel a lot like depression. You don't enjoy doing the things you used to love. You've lost motivation. Life feels meaningless and you're just going through the motions each day. Because you don't recognize who you've become, your self-image and self-confidence are affected. It's a struggle to remember when you didn't feel this way. A time when you felt happy or excited about life. Besides, no one else seems to be having an identity crisis or speculating about the meaning of life. So if you're feeling lost and looking for ways to find your identity, keep watching to understand why you feel that way and how to reconnect with your true self. If you are new here, hit that like button, subscribe to our YouTube channel, press the bell icon for more updates, and share this video to acknowledge others. Let me explain, why do you feel lost? There are many reasons why we feel lost. It could be a specific reason or trauma, or it could be a combination of different events. Either way, we must understand the why behind our feelings so we can recognize the triggers in the future. Here are some reasons why a person may feel lost. Experiencing drift syndrome. Changing the way you think. Too busy for passion. Can't see a purpose to it all. Lack of meaningful social support. Suffering cognitive overload. Too many distractions. Compare yourself to others. Care too much about what other people think. Have a victim mentality. Now that you have an idea of how you got to this point of feeling lost, how do you get out of this funk? How do you find yourself when you feel lost? Here are some ways you can try to turn this uncertain period into a tool for creating a life that you can be proud of and excited to live. Number 1. Acknowledge and accept how you're feeling. Feeling lost can feel a little like you are behind the curve. No one around you seems to be having an identity crisis. At your age, you're not supposed to be trying to figure out who you are. That should have happened years ago. You might even be successful by the standards of society. Perhaps in your career, you're about to reach the level of management or you're approaching retirement. So you try to silence your feelings and continue as you've always done before. Decide that you will use this period to create a life that is true to your values and excites you. Number 2. Review your life. Make a timeline of your life. List out your achievements, challenges, and even regrets. Write down the good, bad, and momentous times of your life. This exercise will help you reconnect with the things that made you happy before you got too busy to focus on yourself. Take a walk down memory lane and remind yourself of the things that you used to enjoy and that there's always a lesson to learn in every situation. Number 3. Make a list of your goals and the dreams. If money were no object and you could do whatever you wanted to do, what would you do? Would you travel or change careers? Maybe you'd run a marathon or learn how to do the salsa. Write everything you'd like to do. Nothing is too small or ridiculous. If you want to travel to Paris, put together a budget and start saving towards it. What's the thing you've always wanted to do but never given yourself the chance to do? Now is the time to make your dreams a reality by turning them into goals and working towards them. Number 4. Accept yourself. Do you accept yourself as you are without all the titles or accolades? If you cannot accept yourself, the good along with the bad, you will continue to struggle to find yourself. Whether other people accept the real you are up to them. But you must learn to accept yourself. You can't live a happy and fulfilled life while denying yourself or trying to be who you are not. Accept yourself, the parts you love, the parts you hate, and even the parts you're ashamed of. They all work together to form a unique you. Number 5. Try to find your true calling. Some people already know their true calling. They just need the courage to pursue it. To those people, you cannot afford to let fear deny the world of your gift. You already know what you were called to do, so do it. If you don't do it, who will do it? If you don't do it, will it ever get done? Look at someone like Bill Gates. His gift was clearly software development, which he pursued with a passion. He started Microsoft with his friend Paul Allen in 1976, and after lots of work and dedication, he left the company in 2014 and committed his life to help the less fortunate all over the world. His gift financed his philanthropic desires. Number 6. Work towards your dreams, no matter how big. Find a chunk of time for self-reflection and grab a pen and some paper. Picture yourself in 5 years. Write what kind of life you would like to be living then. Describe what type of person you would like yourself to be, your best version. Answer questions like, What are you doing on a day-to-day basis? Where do you live? Who are your friends? What kind of people do you surround yourself with? What does your ideal life look like? Be very clear and specific about your vision. Look at your life now and plan how you can get from where you're at to where you want to be. What do you need to do to be the person you've described? How can you live the life you described? Number 7. Study the people you admire. What qualities do they exhibit that cause you to admire them? It could be someone you have access to because it would be easier for you to study them and the traits you admire. But you can study a famous person as well. A quick Google search can turn up a bunch of information on almost anyone these days. Study the attributes you admire and learn what steps you can take to replicate them in your life. This will help you become the person you want to be. Number 8. Start a journaling practice. There are so many benefits to journaling. It helps you get all the noise in your head out and onto a piece of paper where you can make sense of all the chaos. Journaling is a great tool for self-reflection and identifying triggers. If journaling is new to you, the fear of someone stumbling upon your deepest thoughts can be enough to prevent you from starting at all. To find a secure place to put your journal, if it's a physical one, or make sure your digital journal is password enabled. Once you have a secure place, learning how to spill your guts will be the next hurdle, especially if you're used to keeping all your thoughts to yourself. Number 9. Ask yourself self-awareness questions. If you're feeling lost, it's pretty safe to assume that your self-awareness is at an all-time low. You feel disconnected from who you really are. This happens so subtly that you may not know when it happened or how you became someone you don't recognize. You need to ask yourself some self-awareness questions to help you figure out who you are and who you want to be. Ask yourself, who am I? What do I want? What can I do today that will make me feel accomplished? What can I do today that will benefit me tomorrow? Where am I going? Now, you may not have the answers to some of these questions right away, but at least let them sit in your subconscious and let your brain work out the answers in the background. Just make sure you keep returning to the questions until you have an answer. Note that it's odd for the answers to change from time to time. We're dynamic creatures who are always changing. Don't feel as if once you commit to an answer, you've got to stick with it for eternity. Number 10. Do what excites you. What do you enjoy doing? When was the last time you did what made you happy? Nothing that makes you happy is a waste of time. So if reading makes you happy, then find a good book, get a cup of coffee or tea, curl up on the couch and read, even if it's only for 1 hour. Life doesn't have to only be about your responsibilities. It doesn't have to be dull and boring. There should also be time in your schedule for what makes you happy, something that you look forward to doing. What happens when you find yourself feeling lost and working through it can be a challenging period of personal growth. But if you can weather the storm and find yourself, you'll have learned. Every day will feel like a gift because you will be living a life that is connected with what you value in life. Remember, you only live once. This is your only shot. You don't get any do-overs in life. Make it everything you want it to be. Hope you found a great informational video. Write your opinion in the comments section below. Thanks for watching.